Yo, this is Rohan Marley. I'm about to take you on my journey, my Boniface Boganity, biggest podcast in the world.
When you first got started, like,
Well,
how did you get here in America?
well,
Before even
okay.
America, you was
So
in Kingston.
I was like telling you, I was living in a place called Spanish Town, Jamaica.
Yeah,
And living in Spanish Town, Jamaica, I'm so far away from my school. So I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning with my grandmother, and she worked at a place called Metal Box.
yeah,
So on her way to school, I have to travel with her. She would get off the bus, and I have to continue, take another transportation to get to my school. But for me, it was too far of a journey.
Wow.
And in the middle of my journey,
Yeah.
in the middle of my journey, my father lived in between the journey.
yeah.
And my father's a musician, so he's always traveling, and it was Hope Road.
How old were you at the time?
This time I'm like 7
Wow,
years old.
wow.
So 7 and doing that, and then my father passed when I was 9 years old. So up until 7, 8, and 9, I was to do all that. So I would use the excuse.
Yeah.
When I was 8 years old, my excuse was when my mother asked me, "Did I go to school today?" I said, "I went to see my dad." So
Oh, wow.
I got off the bus because it was halfway. It was at the halfway point. So one day, my mother got kind of tired of me not having any homework. So she decided to take me to school that day. By now, I'm 9 years old. My father passed away. So she took me to school that day, and the teachers told her, "We can no longer accept Rohan back in school." She
Yeah.
said, "Why?" "Because we haven't seen him in a whole semester." So they expelled me that day.
Yeah,
But what the principal did, she did a good thing. My brother Stephen, we have different mothers. He was in another classroom. So the principal went to call Stephen and said, "Stephen, when Stephen walked in the office, he saw me crying, because I'm crying because my mother's gonna tear my ass.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been to school. So she's gonna tear my ass when I get back to Spanish Town,
Yeah.
So Steve walks in now and sees me crying. He said, "What happened to you?" The first his reaction like, "What happened to you?" The brothers would care about each other.
Yeah.
Even at those young ages, because that's all we have.
Yeah.
So they said, "No, Stephen, the principal, would you call your mother so we can speak to her, Mrs. Marley?" And the principal called Mrs. Marley. He says, "Mrs. Marley,
yeah.
we had to expel Rohan from school." She said, I heard her on the phone. "What?"
Wow.
She says, "No, Mrs. Marley, but we'd like to know, would his grandmother take him in Miami?" So I'm in Jamaica now. And she's like, "Yes, that's what his father would want. Send him to me." So I go see Mama Rita.
He was like in 6th grade.
Yeah, 6th grade.
Yeah, 6th
I was
grade.
in 6th grade, yeah. Because they wouldn't let the 6th grade story is bad because I came to America and they made me repeat 6th grade. So-
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so anyway, Mama Rita, she worked on my situation. I was able to get a passport. I got a visa. And my grandmother here adopted me. So she became my legal guardian. So that's how I ended up in Miami in 1984. So that was in the 7th grade. So now I get to Miami. And the Miami Dolphins, they were like a really popular team. 1984, they went to the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers. So I started to pick up the game of football. I learned it, because I'm a soccer player, but I learned the game of football. So 7th grade, by the time I got to 7th grade, I was playing a little flag football. 8th grade, I played in Optimus League. By the 9th grade, I was too heavy. So by the time I get to the 10th grade now, I want to play football. The first year, I played cornerback. I learned the game.
What school?
Miami Palmetto Senior High, a school here. The 11th grade year, they moved me to linebacker. When I got to linebacker, I started to ask the guy, "Hey, man, what do I need to do? What do I have to do?"
Yeah.
He said, "You go here, you go there." But I made every single play.
Yeah.
So my senior year, I took my team. We won. We became district champions. We became number 4th in the state. I got a scholarship to the University of Miami.
Wow.
Yes. So that's kind of
How'd
like,
you get that scholarship?
Rastafari.
Rastafari, that means good luck.
Rastafari.
So how did you get the scholarship?
I
Opa!
mean, how I get this scholarship? Football.
Football.
Playing American football.
Yeah.
I got an American football scholarship for University of Miami.
You was like 5'8"?
Yeah, I'm still 5'8".
5'8". 5'8" with a football scholarship.
So now I
So
get.
how'd you do it? Because you were short. So
Well, you know, for me, it's about being the lion, you know, and it doesn't matter the size of the man. You know what I mean? It's about the heart. So if your heart is strong, doesn't matter who you are or where you are, you can conquer. You know, that's lion order. See? So that's where it came from.
that's crazy. That's true.
It came from your soul, not wanting to be conquered, you know, just having the willpower to know that this guy is my opponent and I need to finish him. I need to put my body on the other side of my opponent, and that's the game.
Yeah.
So I led the team in tackles. I played with Ray Lewis. I played with Warren Sapp. I played with a lot of legends that played the game, Hall of Famers. I'm very much still in tune with the University of Miami. I'm a big supporter of the recruits. It's just a beautiful thing, you know. And that's kind of how I got to America. And that's what started me off in the American culture. You know, I became Bob's son that played American football. My father never played football, so it's a game I picked up on my own. I developed my passion for the game. And that's kind of how my journey started here in America.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So let's talk about your business acumen, because you know a lot of people when they look at you as Bar Marty's son,
Yeah.
and they look at like, oh, a lot of people think like in life it's like what
Bed
your
of roses.
family it's like it's not what your family left you, is what you created for that.
Yeah, what you do with the foundation. Because, you know, my father passed away when he was 36 years old. We were 9 years old, so he was still a young man.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was just developing even as an artist and an artist for the business, and really to be able to understand that you got to feed his family, you got to take care of his family as a man, because your responsibility is your family. As a man, you're responsible for your family.
Yeah.
So that now, when he left that legacy to us, he didn't leave it in a way where this one have this one have that. No, we as the children had to consciously come together
Yeah.
because of what our father represents, the love and the unity. Even though we have different mothers, we were able to get together and protect our father's legacy. So that's why we have that up until this day. So that being said, you know, that's speaking about the music and the name. Music, pardon me.
What did you guys do with music? Because you know.
No, I'm just going to tell you that means the music and name and likeness. But for me now, as an entrepreneur, as a Rastapreneur,
Yeah.
in 1999, I walked up on a piece of land in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Because I wanted something to do. And I had $200,000. The land was going for $200,000. When I walked on the land, I realized that the land had coffee. So I asked the community, did they know anything about coffee? They told me they've been farming coffee all their lives. So I stuck my hand out and said, all right, we're in the coffee business.
Wow.
So that was 1999. So it took me up until 2010 to launch the company. So I launched Marley Coffee, and now Marley Coffee, you can find it all over the world. You know, and I remember launching that entity and standing in front of Whole Foods and Air One in Los Angeles and asking people to sample my coffee. Hey, my name is Rohan Marley. I just started a new company. Would you please like to try my coffee? Blah, blah, blah. So I had to go through that. I mean, going to all the trade shows year in and year out to build the brand, because that's what it takes. You got to go out and speak to people and tell them what is it that you got going on, because they see me as, oh, Rohan Marley, oh, you don't sing? I said, no, I don't sing, but I have a coffee farm, you know? So that was kind of my thing, you know? So that was like my first venture into business. And obviously, I learned from that, learned from the ups and downs of any business, like just as an entrepreneur. And then I got into this space now where I created my own movement.
Yeah.
And this movement is called Lion Order. And Lion Order represents now the manifestation of self, you know, the maturity of self.
Yeah.
The return to self, you know, the higher self, and recognizing yourself as who you are and being who you are and be able to live your life in a stand-up way, because you got to walk with your head high, like a lion, you know, lion order. So I created Lion Order as an entity now, as it's really a lifestyle movement. Part of the movement, we're in the cannabis space, we're in the flower space. We have merchandise, we have hard goods, we have soft goods. But that's just about the material side. But the real movement is about the soul and the higher consciousness, you know?
Yeah.
So that is Lion Order. And that's kind of some of the things I'm doing today. And what do you want to know?
I mean, I want to know. I want.
Lion Order, you got a bunch of lions around you.
Yeah.
So it's like a whole bunch of kings and
Yeah.
lions and
Oscar,
leaders.
Oscar, what's up? What you like? Because I know you know a lot.
Yeah, I know a lot. And I'm with my peers. I mean, I've known Rohan for years. Our families coincide.
No, Rohan, I want to know what's up with George Weah? Because I'm from Liberia. How did you know George Weah? And how
Yeah.
did y'all meet?
Like, so walking into the house, seeing Oscar, seeing the team, seeing the family.
Wait. Hold on.
That's his family.
We gotta
man.
hold on. What's going on here today? Clap for this guy. In the world.
Exactly.
Yo, Rohan, you're on the biggest
Liberia's
broadcast in the
named
world, man.
Righteousness.
Oh my goodness. God damn. So wait.
You asked me about George Weah. Let me tell you about George Weah, right? As a vivid and active football player, soccer player,
Yeah.
George Weah is one of the players that I truly admire. To me, like, he doesn't get the respect that he deserves as a football player but he's right there. He's top 10, one of the greatest players, you know. Top
Yeah.
10, George Weah is top 10. But what's fascinating for me is when I met George here in Florida. He lived in Pembroke Pines, and I joined his soccer team.
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember one day I kicked the ball one time, you know, I'm strong, you know, bam, I kicked the ball, and I
Yeah.
thought he's like, he called me Roy, let me show you something.
Wow.
And he kicked that ball, you know, and when the ball hit the goalpost, that thing like, jang. So I'm like, how you do that? He says, well, I swing from my hip. I lock my foot, and I make my foot like a bat. So he swings from his hip. So I say, so that's a professional talking to you right there.
Wow.
So I learned a lot from George, but he always told me about his passion for the people of Liberia, his love for his country, and that he's always wanted to go home and lead his people, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember the first election, he lost that time to a woman, I think, you know, for whatever reason, even though he had
Ellen Johnson.
Yeah, even though he had the most votes and such.
Yeah.
But persistency is what it takes, you know. And George Weah went back and won again, and he's been the president ever since.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of that because I'm happy to call him my friend. He's a great friend of Mama Rita, great friend to the family. I love George Weah, you know, really, truly.
Awesome, man. I mean, George Weah has done amazing things in Liberia.
Yes.
He built the park in coming towards Sinkal on about like 11th Street. He built the park and everything there, and he's doing a lot of amazing things down in Liberia and stuff like that. And he's voting for president again, and I'm excited because
Love it.
he's voting for president
Deserves
again.
to be the winner.
You know, and I love because he has that young spirit.
See.
You know, I don't really want to get into politics and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
But we're there, so we can talk freely because, you know, bro.
Yeah, talk freely, facts.
We talk freely. It's
Yeah.
not really politics. It's life.
Yeah,
It's what's
life.
happening. It's current news.
Yeah,
So
I mean, George Weah. From what I saw, George Weah been doing a good thing in the Liberia.
Facts.
So
Keep
I
it
can't
that way.
even
Why-
say anything.
why you can't knock that?
George Weah been doing a lot. I mean, the first time I went to Liberia, the things that I seen in Liberia was not the same thing that I seen. Because when I first went to Liberia, I was hanging out with my mom.
Right.
I saw my mom living in a home for $20 a month. And I was about 20 years old.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Where you born?
I was born in Ivory Coast because of the war in Liberia. So I was born in Ivory Coast and I moved to Liberia because
Yeah.
of the war. And then I went to Ghana and then I came to America
Right.
when I was like 4 years old.
So then your mother and you saw her there, and then what happened?
Man, it was crazy because like when I saw them, I felt like, why? Because I was living in Georgia, in Buckhead, in the most prominent city in America.
Sin.
And I had the largest penthouse in the entire America, basically.
Yeah.
So when I was there and I was like, man, why would my mom be here? Why would she be staying in somewhere that's $20 a month? And that's when my life changed after that. I received more blessings because I want her to achieve more. And that's what made me who I am today. Because everything that I did before was cool, but me seeing my mom in a situation that I was like, yo, I cannot even fathom why. Why wouldn't someone help her? Why would she be living in a room instead of a house?
Righteous. Sin. So you don't know. It's your duty, you know, as a son, you have to help your mother and father and brothers and sisters. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Now, when you're in a good position, you should. That's what it's about, because at the end of the day, everyone is trying to make it through the day.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to survive. Everyone wants to eat. Everyone want to have clothing.
Yeah.
Everyone wants shelter. So your heart, you know, because your heart, you know.
Yeah.
So when your heart is good and your heart is pure, you realize life is have a higher purpose.
Yeah.
And that higher purpose is not how much you have, but it's how much you give.
It's about how much.
Yeah, it's how much you give. And it's not, giving is not always a material giving, because you can only give so much of materials.
Yeah.
But it's the support, just being able to even give direction.
Yep.
And giving assistance to make something better and make it even greater. So I'm sure your mother is proud of you, because
Yeah.
you're her son.
Yeah.
And you came back there and you saw the conditions and you made it better.
100%.
Absolutely.
So what's up, Rohan? You know, after your dad died, you know,
Passed away.
and you passed away.
Yeah.
And America, we're in America now. So like, tell us, like, what did you do after that? Because a lot of people on here, they're all into business and stuff like that too.
Yeah, well,
so like, what's some investments? Because a lot of people look at their family member. Yeah, go ahead.
When you talk about like family and a Jamaican family.
Yeah.
We're a Jamaican.
Wagwan.
Yeah, we are definitely that. we're a Jamaican family living in here in America.
Yeah,
because in 1976, my father bought a house here in Miami for my grandmother, who was living in Delaware at the time, and he moved her from Delaware to live in Miami in 1976. So Florida and Miami has been rooted in our lives, So it was only natural that, in regards to schooling, education, universities, and business opportunity, the family, as we get older, we migrated for just to have more options and more resources to do more things, whether it's in Jamaica, whether it's in Africa, whether it's in South America, any part of the world that needs a helping hand, So coming from a family legacy like I come from, and having brothers and sisters that held up the movement for so many years, we have to step it up.
Yeah.
And get into business and understand business, because there's a business, and there's a business of life, because someone has to pay the light bill.
That's true.
Someone, you don't live in America for free, and nothing is given to you. It's only taken away from you, because no matter what, you got to pay taxes.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do, And what we did as a family, we started to create our own goals and our own ideas and build upon them. One of that was to make our father the chairman of the company, not the face of the company,
Wow. How did you guys make him chairman of the company?
Well, instead of calling it Bob Marley, it's called House of Marley. Our Marley Coffee, and he's the chairman. It's his company, you dig? We're just operators. So yeah, like any other family that created a family business and a generational wealth for their family, you had to create something that's going to be sustainable and go on and on and on, because you have children. And that's what the father does. A father lays a foundation for his children to build upon, and you're supposed to build that for generations. That's how we made him a chairman.
Wow.
No longer the one doing all the sweat. Now we had to get out there and get our hands dirty, and created Marley Coffee, House of Marley, Marley Natural. We have Zion Roots. We have the merchandising, all these different things. We have the Bob Marley Museum. We have the Bob Marley Mausoleum. We have the Rohan Marley Beach House in Mexico. So we've been grinding. And then each individual have their own entities that, my brother Ziggy, he's active in Los Angeles. He's the main one to really create my dad's new movie that's coming out January 12th, the Bob Marley One Love movie. And my brother's like day in and day out right there. So being in Los Angeles, he's able to meet different producers, different studios to tell the story the way we want to tell the story.
Yeah.
And it has his music career. There's Damien that has his own cruise every year, the Jam Rock Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jam Rock Cruise is every year, and it's fun. And he brings a lot of artists that aren't able to travel outside of Jamaica. So he takes the fans to the artists.
Yeah.
So it's a really beautiful thing. Then Steven, again, who's a producer in the family, just released his latest album. The family's always doing things. Kimani has a movie coming out that he created, written by him, produced by him, all those different things. Julian, all my brothers are always doing things, as well as my sisters. You never leave out the sisters. Never, whatever you do.
Never leave out the sisters.
Never leave out the sisters.
Yeah.
Because they're more important than the brothers.
Yeah.
Because that's who we cry to.
Yeah. That's true.
That's who we cry to.
That's definitely true.
That's who we cry to. We cry
Toast
to
to
our
the sisters.
Toast to the sisters and the mothers.
I love
Toast to our brotherhood, which is why we are here together.
Rastafari. Toast to Lion Order.
Toast to Lion Order.
Rastafari.
The journey.
The journey.
Right?
Podcast.
This is the journey. Biggest podcast in the world.
Facts.
Our families are all interlinked, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, but myself really, I'm about higher purpose and higher principles, and I see that life, man, is to take life and live life a certain way, Yeah. And the reason why I'm so involved in plant medicine is because I believe in the higher consciousness. I believe in greater self, and I believe that men have the ability to change for the better, Because they used to say an old broom, or whatever they say, an old broom can't learn new tricks, or an old man.
Yeah, an old man can't. An old dog can't learn.
An old dog.
An old dog.
But they do say a new broom can sweep the corners. An old broom. Sorry.
Yeah.
An old broom can get into the.
So they say old dogs can't learn new tricks.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say about that is not true, because old, young, or new, or indifferent, it's all about the mind, and the soul, and it never ages. It's like your eyes never age.
Yeah.
So what are the eyes? The windows to your soul.
Yeah.
So this is where this all starts,
Eyes is a window and music is a key.
Yeah. So we're forever young, and what does it mean forever young? Every day is a new day.
Yeah.
And we wake up with the ability to be who we say we are.
That's true.
And that's the key to life. But to find out who you really are, you have to get into yourself. And you have to become still. And you have to be focused on yourself, not the mirror.
Yeah.
Yourself, but the eye within the eye. As Rastafari people, we say I and I. The eye within the eye, the higher consciousness. The I. The I, So it's important that in this time, with all the things that's happening, wars and this, that, and the third, the disunity, there's all these different things. If you look around here, right, we all come from different walks of life.
Yep, that's true.
And we're sitting here and we're listening to each other, and it's okay. But it's like that, In order to make things work, you gotta communicate.
Yep, that's true.
You got, I can't walk into your house and tell you anything about your house. I gotta ask you questions. Hey, do this, that, and the third. How does it work? What's the functionality? But that's everyone. That's the right that every man has, not only for himself, but for his little dominion. And that's a human right. So when we start to realize that and start to respect people as themselves and respect each other, we start to gain more love.
That's true.
Because love is gained, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a do. Love is an act.
Yep, that's true.
is an action, you know? Yeah, so it's a true manifestation, you know? So that's where I'm at today, and that's why I'm so involved in the plant medicine movement, and that is what Lion Order is. It's mainly about the plant medicine, and I'm also a shroomer. I like mushrooms.
You can tell me about how that's connected to the entire.
Yeah, well, the mushrooms, you know, the mushrooms are a good thing, and I love it. So it kind of opened my eyes to myself.
Yeah.
You know, got connected to myself, and I'm able to really become patient with myself because you know how it is. Everything takes time, and it's day by day.
That's true. That's true, Rohan.
Cheers to that's true. Cheers to the journey. The journey.
I drank mine.
Rastafari.
Oh, come on. I drank mine. Mine's already gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. That's
That shit was smooth.
So then, but
I thought we was all going to.
yeah, shout out to Sovereign Brands. It's like,
What's that, Rohan?
what I'm saying is this, right?
Yeah.
Like when I see brothers like yourself, and you make me proud, you know, because I remember when we met.
Yeah.
We met at an event.
Fashion show.
Yeah, in Miami. And they told me, yo, Rohan, this is the biggest in the world and the thing. I said, yeah. And all I remember was your smile, man. So, so it's nice that we can sit and get together again. But the real truth of the matter of the fact is that it's working together that makes things work.
Yeah.
And unity is strength, you know?
Yeah.
And as you talk about being a part of the African movement, of bringing the unity of African unity,
Yes.
right? Because, I mean, everyone else is there.
Yeah.
Why aren't we there?
Yeah.
just like when you brought up George Way, like my great grandfather Joseph Jenkins Roberts started Liberia. You feel me? When he left Virginia to go to Liberia to start the country with other, you know, with other free African Americans, quote unquote. And so it's just the functionality of everything being connected like that. Like my auntie was Ella Fitzgerald, my great grandfather was
Amazing.
Joseph Jenkins Roberts.
Amazing.
His father was Bob Marley.
Still is.
Like, I got one of my best friends, Christian Guya. He's one of the biggest jewelers in the world.
Yeah,
amazing.
It's so
and
it's
day trading. Then we got
it's so crazy
like
because
the interlink of all of us. You feel me? It's like, come on, bro. And
it's
then
so-
you're Liberian and Nigerian. My
Yeah.
artist Xavier is Nigerian.
And lived in Ghana.
Yeah.
Lived in Ghana, like.
Where's Zavi?
it's so crazy that in life that you meet so many different people, but you don't realize they have the same trait as you. You know, because I met you, Oscar, and I didn't even know you was Liberian. You know what? I've been meeting a lot of Liberians undercover. Why are people Liberians hiding themselves? You know, Liberia is the only country that was colonized by
I didn't
America.
know a lot about myself or where it was from because
Liberia is the only country that was colonized by America.
Wow.
That's the only country in Africa.
Wow.
So 90%
hold on.
of slaves are Liberian.
Wait, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
As smart as I think I am, I'm as stupid as I look. Because I never knew that. And I never bothered to
A lot of
research.
people didn't know that.
I
Think
never
about it,
bothered
the first
to
black
even
president
research
was really
that.
Joseph Jenkins Roberts. It wasn't Obama. The
my
first black
word.
president ever
That-
was my grandfather.
Yeah.
Joseph Jenkins Roberts was really the first black president.
Yes.
Because he left here and started there. He was the first and seventh president.
Yeah, because Liberia was the only country in the all 90% of
Playing
slaves
technical.
that left America came from Liberia.
Wow.
There's so many people that are Liberian, but they just don't talk about it.
Wow.
Bro, I know a lot about my own heritage.
I
My
never-
family's ashamed of different stuff.
Wow,
The
wow,
exile, all this different stuff going
That
on.
is wow.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that. Now it makes
Divide and conquer.
Firestone,
They don't
Firestone.
want
So,
us to know
so,
ourselves.
you know,
They don't
Firestone.
want us to know
You know the
ourselves.
rubber. You know the rubber.
Firestone has
Yeah,
a
hold on,
100-year
hold on,
contract
wait.
with our country, bro, paying us 90 cents a day. I'm sorry, Firestone, that ain't right, bro.
Yeah.
Who's allowing this?
Well, let me
In
tell you
in
something.
In our whole heritage,
Let me tell you what I know
allowing
about-
them to do our people like this for 100 years, bro.
Let
Not
me
tripping,
tell you what I learned about Liberia, and to your point here.
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey, right? Back in the time when Marcus Garvey was creating the movement, UNIA, the Marcus Garvey movement, right? Yeah, y'all, everyone knows the meaning. I don't even know if my abbreviations are right, but Liberia was a developing country for the industrial movement for the African descendants, And I would hear Marcus Garvey talk. I didn't hear it myself, but I did after learning about Marcus Garvey and his affiliation to Liberia and about the tire movement and all that stuff. And now learning why Firestone and these things, it makes total sense as to why Marcus Garvey was eliminated from that and why this happened, because now it makes sense, because it's always been that, man. We can't win. They don't want us to win.
They don't want us to win.
But we winning though.
We winning. DJ Khaled.
Hester Baker Pearson. She runs the whole.
Wow.
Like the vacation side of Liberia. She's the head of that side. She works with the lady from agriculture.
Wow.
Hester Baker Pearson. You probably heard of her.
Yeah, I heard of her.
So Marcus Garvey being in Harlem. Being in Harlem, setting up his movement to Liberia.
Come on, bro.
Oh,
And look how it comes back full circle,
Firestone.
together.
Wow,
Together,
it makes a lot of sense.
Called The Journey.
No wonder.
Come on, bro.
Wow.
This is the space.
You know what? I think that sealed it for me.
Yeah.
That I needed to know that. It makes a lot of sense.
He's from Manila, like he's tapped into this country heavily.
Yeah,
Like you
that's
understand,
crazy.
this is some international brotherhood.
That made a lot of sense.
This whole movement.
Yeah.
Gabriel,
What up, boy?
he ain't just still here for his help. He got a McLaren. He don't need to be with us. He was up. He can go leave and go get more money. Why he here hanging out with his bros? It's the energy, bro. Like everything don't always feel like this. Like what we got right now is not really something that you can just put together in 2 seconds. It
Don't
happen
put
like
your
that.
foot back.
Yeah.
Feel me? It don't
Right.
happen.
We picked that up.
It's the synergy that's magical, which is why it's coming out like this, bro.
Man, that's crazy, man. Man, that's
And I
crazy.
thank you for Boniface for allowing us all to be a part
Boniface.
of it. But we're in your home, bro.
Bonafide.
You know what I'm saying? With your
Toast.
wife and your family and your whole life. You got us in your home. Like,
Rastafari.
you're doing it. You're changing people's lives, bro. This is beautiful.
Rastafari.
Rastafari. Yes, for sure. To the Most High.
And we give thanks because, you see, not all the time we get together and share our views,
Yeah.
And we can, and it's a free world, and we should be able to speak as we want and speak about what we want.
Yeah.
And when we want, and anytime we want. Because, so I'm happy about the journey,
Yeah.
the podcast,
Yeah.
You're doing a great job, man. And I hear wonderful things about what's happening with you. And,
Bro, we're gonna get this joint. Bro, I'm telling you in your face on your podcast, Oscar Roberts is gonna make sure you get not only syndicated, you're gonna get a network situation, bro. This is bigger than that. This is like how Steve Harvey, bro, you really got the whole energy. It's like if I was a network person, I would be smart to catch you at 27 years old when you're in this level with 50-year-old and 40-year-old, 45-year-old men listening to you and giving you the same respect like you 50.
Yeah,
cheers to that.
Feel me? Like,
Cheers to that.
real talk.
Cheers to
I
that.
can't make that up. This is real. So,
Cheers to that fucking
it's not. This is beyond manifestation. This is happening.
I'm about to drink this whole liquor. I don't even drink,
I
but
like that. Yeah, that was worth it for that.
Yeah, for real. Because this is the
Shout out to
movement.
the networks, man.
This is bigger than all of us.
Yeah, so
It makes us all one unit to work
But-
pushing one agenda.
question for you. You were living here in Florida, right?
yeah.
It's coming up football season, and I'm Miami Hurricane, and you live in Miami, so you must realize that we are the biggest here in Florida, University of Miami.
Yeah, we
You
are.
have the biggest podcast, but we're the biggest football team here in Florida.
Yeah.
And no matter what anyone says,
Yeah.
the University of Miami, the U. Let's give me. Can everybody give me the U? Not like
U.
that, like that.
Yeah, the U.
The U.
Not the rock. It's the years. Not the rock.
You.
We're looking forward to a beautiful year this year for the University of Miami. Shout out to all the University of Miami football players, the fans of the University of Miami, everyone that supports the University of Miami.
Yep.
Because we are that university.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
We are them. We are they, and we are it.
And then their cousins, their sisters, and all them too.
This guy. Yeah, right. So yeah, man. So now, for Lion Order, my movement, my headquarters is in Michigan.
Yeah.
I partnered with a company called 305 Farms, and they're the largest, actually the largest grower in Michigan.
Yeah.
And I get my genetics from a group of guys called Heavyweight Heads, the best in the world, man.
Yeah.
So it took me a long time to come up with the strains and stuff for my cannabis movement, you know. But we feel like we have the best smoke in the world because obviously I'm a Marley, so I gotta have the best, you know.
Yeah.
It's just natural. It's natural, man. Come on, come on. You can't.
I smoked his weed. That shit was good as hell.
It's only right, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so
That shit was good as
won
hell.
third.
God damn.
We won third for my first year, King Clementine. Yeah, third. We got third place. We have a topical second place, and our vapes from our sister partner became number 1.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward. We're launching also a vape in September. So for me, Lion Order is my brand.
Yeah.
It's my movement. It's about life. It's about higher consciousness. It's about, self-reliance.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you a quick story. I was in Africa, and this is what made me know what it is to be a lion, you know?
Wow.
And it's an interpretation of self. So I'm on the safari, and we're in an open back Jeep, and we're driving along the road. There's a video of it, so I can show you the video. You can probably show them that too.
I'll show them that.
Yeah. So we're going along the road, and I see a lion coming through the bush, just walking. But on my pathway, right, when I look maybe 100 yards down the way, there's like 100 gazelle, antelopes, this one, that one, everybody eating, everybody doing their thing. And the lion, we stopped the Jeep, and we kind of stopped in the lion's way. The lion kept walking. He didn't break a stride. He just walked and turned. He didn't give no eye contact to no one. He just turned and went about his business. But when he crossed in front of the Jeep, and I looked at the lion and beyond the lion, every single beast was still. Nobody moved. And what did the lion do? Going about his business because it's sunset and the lions go to rest. They get up with the sun and they go down with the sun. So at that moment, I realized that a lion is a lion when he's awake, when he's asleep, and just any time of the day. A lion is always a lion.
Wow.
Rastafari. So right now, a smoker son is lion out of herb, you know?
Shout out to Shaggy.
Shout out to Shag.
Feel me?
But it's a lion order.
We live now, you feel me?
It's a lion order, you know?
Lion.
Yep.
We don't go filter.
He got some Shaggy stuff right there. Look, he's like, I got some of that
Yeah.
$1,000. I got some of that Shaggy with me.
You get the roll, right? I get the roll, right?
I got some of the Shaggy right
So
here.
when we build our spliff, we take our time,
Yeah.
you know? Yes.
Queen is in the house.
What's up, baby? I love you, baby. Come here, give me a hug. I gotta do it.
Yeah. What's up? Damn, the house got quiet.
What's up, baby?
Queen walk in the house, get quiet.
Almost.
Rohan, nice to meet you, madam.
What's going on? So I didn't be popping up on you like, how you doing?
The queen walk in the house, get quiet.
We taking over the world.
Yeah, we good.
When they doing it?
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we stay live. You know, this is not something where you cut.
Yeah.
This is always live. Reality.
Keep it straight.
Yeah, reality. I mean,
Reality. So
I
Ron,
like
pass that blunt.
like
man.
that.
Ron, pass that blunt.
Yeah, I'm gonna spark it and then we pass it. We're gonna spark it, then we pass it. With a lighter there. You have a lighter? Light outside us, please. So just say,
Y'all brothers, man.
not one of my seed.
Crazy.
Yeah, man, it should be there, man.
Well, you want a light?
The lighter.
You got,
No, the little blue.
Get the torch. Look in the covers. And
Yeah,
get the
he
torch.
we walked off with the
All right,
lighter.
let me give him the torch.
I should call him back.
Oh, you brother?
No, I wouldn't do it. He took it, right, baby?
Man, this shit's about to be good.
Ah, perfect. Thank you. You good? You. All right.
That boy needs some food real quick.
Yeah,
No cap, bro. You need that.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, the torch out there works. The torch. Go for it. Go where you're going.
Man,
So we're rolling, and you know what I mean. Unless you don't want to.
Yeah.
We're rolling.
Yeah.
We're always rolling. Okay, rolling with roll.
Yeah. So where's the lighter?
The lighter's coming.
You want me to get a torch?
The torch is getting lighter. It's coming.
All right.
I got you. When you taste this lion art, you're gonna like it.
Rohan. We got Rohan in the building, man.
Factual. Rohan
Wagwan.
Mate.
Wagwan. Nothing. Blood clot.
Blood clot.
You know what's crazy tomorrow? I used to live in Jamaica for 6 months.
What? Where?
Kingston. And then I went to Osharir.
What?
And I went to the country.
Where the fuck is him? Let's spark this. So, generally before we eat, we smoke. And generally, after we eat, we smoke again.
That's true. Yeah. The biggest podcast in the world, man. Where you can be you. Ron, pass that blunt.
I got you. I'm
always rushing you to pass it.
I know. Let
It goes this way. 1, 2.
me balance it out.
That's automatic. It's your house rules. Nigga. Look, coming up, bitch. Coming up.
It goes this way. It doesn't go here.
You just see the written on the wall.
Yeah.
Writing is on the wall.
Yep. Wow, man. Amazing. We have Rohan, Bob Marley's son.
You see, because our role is like personal, you know. So I got to give you this split for that straight way, because if I give it to you and you're not used to it, you're gonna make it run. So I got to burn it till the cherry comes right.
Exactly.
No pun intended.
Burn it to the cherry right, huh? Okay.
Matey.
Yeah, this
Free
shit.
game right there. Free game.
Yeah, this shit's hitting.
Yeah, man, you have to burn it right so the cherry's right. You know it, girl. See, brother, there, you know, see that? Oh, brother. So we were talking about what it is to be a lion, you know, and to being a lion, you take on a lot of responsibility,
Yep.
family, because you know pride, you know, the pride is always big, but it's most importantly is responsibility of being king lion, you know,
Yeah.
and that means you're responsible for your actions, you're responsible for your inactions.
That's true.
You know that story.
Yeah.
You should have done what you didn't do.
Yeah.
So you're
True.
responsible. You're responsible for yourself. So being a lion is always making that righteous decision, you know? Your decisions have to be righteous. It has to come from your soul.
Yep. That's
What
true.
you say, you have to mean it.
Yep.
You have to be about it. So this way, you don't have to look back. You dig?
Yep.
You don't have to remember what you said when you speak the truth.
Yep.
Always remember that.
And one thing I always, and then one thing what you have to realize is that sometime in life, a lot of people, Rohan, what we have to realize is that a lot of people in life is that when you give and then people are not willing to receive,
Righteous.
it's their fault.
It's their fault. Yeah, it's their fault. Yes, man. You say, yeah, man. Because, you know, you have to learn to, because this is it, right? Because what you said is it's deeper than how it sounds, but it's very deep because one must learn to accept, and we have to accept each other. So whether I'm giving you my energy, whether I'm giving you myself, my ways. You accept me as I am, right? And that's the most important thing. Accept each other. Accept me for my ways. So those aren't your ways. You don't need to be upset at my ways. They are not your ways.
Yeah.
These are my ways, and that's what makes me feel good. Because I live my life to feel good, and each moment must be good. And it's all in the feeling. So you have to accept a man for what he is, not for what he's not.
Yeah. Remember, I asked you one question when you came on this podcast today, and I knew it was going to be legendary.
You did
I
that.
asked you a question.
Yes.
How do you feel?
How do I feel? I'm telling you how I feel.
Because your life, your entire life,
It's about feeling.
is about how you feel.
Is
And
it-
then your entire life has led you to this exact
Moment. Righteousness. Yeah, because we feel good, so we're here. We feel good about this situation. And we feel good about brotherhood. We feel good that we can all sit together. It's not a podcast about Rohan Marley and Rohan Marley's life or Rohan Marley's journey. It's a podcast of getting to know each other, you know?
Yeah.
Because we're just as important to each other
Yeah.
as we all are important to each other.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really getting to know each other. So enlightenment is what we want to bring.
Yeah.
And you talk about how do I feel, you know? I feel fantastic. I feel truthful because I am truthful. I don't hold my tongue because it's mine to speak. And like bros say, the tongue is a sword, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zavi said that.
It's
Yeah,
true.
you gotta listen to his new song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aspect Xavier.
Zavi, Zavi. Some call him Zavi, some call him Zavi.
Overseas, the
Yep,
international
yep.
version is Zavi.
International
Zavi.
artist, Xavier.
Zavi.
Xavier that
Zavi.
came in the podcast. Legendary.
Legendary,
Y'all make
man.
sure y'all go
Listen
listen
out
to
for him.
Xavier.
No risk, no reward.
I talk like his grandmother talk. I say Zavi. And this is a nice place to pump him song, you know? Just pushing him song there, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Listen, you have a platform. We have a story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
A real story, though.
Yeah.
Real story and real truth. Because you know when you think of cannabis, you know the persecution that Rastafari people went through in day one. You know, back in the 70s, when the government went around the country, they called it Green Bay killing, you know? Yeah. And it was really to annihilate all the Rastaman from Jamaica. So Jamaica is not as sweet as people think. You know, it is now nice. Of course, it's beautiful because the people are beautiful.
Yeah.
But the system was always to get rid of the beauty of the place, which was the natural man. The Rastaman is the natural man, the man that deals with the land, the soil, you know, the people, the love. So we've always smoked herb, and herb has always been a sacrament to us. So the more we smoke herb, the wiser we become as a people.
Yeah.
Because herb gives you a chance to be to yourself.
Yeah.
Be within yourself. Enlighten yourself. Who know you better than you?
Nobody.
But how do you get to you? You know?
Yeah.
You know? You have to go within you to get to you. So herb allows us, as well as plant medicine in general, allows us to get within ourselves. So as a Rasta man, herb for us is a sacrament. So growing up in Jamaica in the 70s, there is a Coptic movement, and the Coptic were the first legal organization to export herb, at the time they call it ganja, out of Jamaica.
Yeah.
And there was also the Coptic movement right here on the Star Island. So it was a oneness together. So I feel like today, with where the system is, I feel like I am that.
Yeah.
I am the future of the herb business for a Rasta man. Now that I'm not persecuted for the herbs that God creates, I'm not persecuted to gain wisdom by burning the herbs for my own intuition, my own frequency, my own higher self. It's for me. You know, it's how I want to become a better man. And I smoke the herb because the herb helped me to do that. Yeah, some people drink other things, some people smoke. Yeah, but we choose herb. So we're part of that movement. And we're happy now today in regards to where herb is today in this government system. There's many cities and states that are legal. So we have an entity out of Michigan, and it's called Lion Order, and it's a legal entity. So we're following the laws because we accept that. And we're very happy about that. So we feel like that growing up in the 70s during that time, seeing all that and seeing the benefits of what having herb as an industry, not only as a sacrament, but as an industry, what it can do to help our country, and not just our country, but our fellow man, our people, whether it's through wisdom, whether it's through financial aid, whether it's just natural, regular resources. So herb is that now, you know. Herb is now a commodity because it's trading on the stock market. So it's a commodity, no different than coffee, sugar, oil, you know. So herb is that now. So we are proud to be the representative of the Rastafari movement, Lion Order, the herb movement. Sid?
Wow. Biggest, man. We have Bob Marley's son in the building, man.
You know it already.
You share so much wisdom with us today.
Sin.
You know,
Yeah, we
Wisdom.
give thanks.
everybody on the YouTube channel, make sure you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, the biggest YouTube channel in the world. What's some last words you want to tell us before we head out of here today?
Yeah, well, we never have a last word. We just have words. I would say, you know, as a fellow member of the human race, just like each and one of us here, I would say, you know, we're in a time now where it's revelation, you know, we're in a time, a serious time. And if we don't awaken and realize that we are all in the same boat, you know?
Yeah.
When the neighbor house burns, your house is going to catch a fire too.
Yeah.
No matter what you got going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to our people in Hawaii, our brothers and sisters of Hawaii, Rastafari love. So we just want to say, unity is strength. Come together, you know?
Yep.
Don't let politics separate us.
Yep.
Don't let material things separate us.
Don't let anything separate
Don't let
us.
anything separate us, because every man you see on this planet,
Yep.
at some point in the day, got to go home to his family.
Exactly.
Every single man got to find somewhere to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So everyone is in the same boat, and we all living for each other anyway, whether it's your family, your children, your friends. So make it a reality.
What you have to say about entrepreneurship?
Well, entrepreneurship, I would say, is Rastapreneurship for I, because I'm a Rasta man. And the way about, for me, in business, I'm not like the business. The business has to be like me, because I do business from my heart and my soul.
Yep.
So I am what I am every single day. So what I do outside, I got to be able to do it inside. So that's Rastapreneur. One way, one love, Rastafari love, Lion Order. Thank you
Everybody
for
who's
having
on
me.
here right now, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you comment down below what you thought about this episode. Rohan, I'm so grateful to have you on here, brother.
Sin.
Everything that you taught me today have changed my life to make me look at a new viewpoint of life.
Rastafari.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, brother.
Zero. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.